I want to try to buy a failing 10K a month business and save it with some new strategies to turn it into $1 million company. Now, it's pretty risky buying any failing business and I can easily end up losing all of my money. But there's actually a lot of good businesses up for sale making 10K a month, and they're way more affordable than you may think. And with some creative methods of financing, we can get this price down even lower. So I really want to see if this is the fastest way to create a cash flow and Shopify business, or if this is just a really fast way to lose my money. There's actually a marketplace called Acquire where you can find tons of businesses doing between 5 and 20K on the marketplace itself, in quite a few different industries, from software companies, e-commerce brands, agencies, and even a breakfast delivery service. So virtually any online business you can find on these types of marketplaces. Now, this is not the only one. There's a few other ones like Flipper and Buy Biz Sell, where I'm also going to be looking to find this business on as well. The asking prices are pretty similar to this, with a software company making only 10K a month being sold for 700K. And on the other side, this marketplace pet store is making 10K a month and they're only asking 10K for it. But I want to find something which has the potential to grow into $1 million business in a pretty short period of time. So here's my basic criteria. Number one, it needs to be profitable or a break even. The last thing that I want is for it to be losing money from day one. Number two, we need some sort of subscription element to it. This is really going to help on the exit of the brand later down the road. And number three, I don't want to spend more than $5,000 to go ahead and buy this business. So now it's time to open up the map book and see what I can find. Now, I've virtually seen almost every business on this platform now, and I've actually looked at a few different options with agencies and software companies, but most of the companies have actually been dead for years. Now, most business owners, instead of selling at the top, are waiting until their business fully dies out and then try to get some money there. And simply, if a business hasn't got any sales in 2 years, I don't want to go ahead and buy that. But I'm pretty sure I found something. It's a company called Heavens, based in the UK. They're doing around 10K right now in sales, £7,500. There are a few issues, but I think we can go ahead and solve those issues. Now, Heavens is actually a chocolate store, but it's not any kind of chocolate store. It's actually a sex chocolate. Now, if you've ever heard of Tabs before, they sold these little square chocolates, and it's basically the exact same thing, but in the UK and Europe. It's good because there's so many selling factors to this. We could easily turn it into more of a subscription product. We can boost that through email marketing because there are already customers there. And we've got a bit of a proven track record from Tabs themselves, because if they can go ahead and do it, then we can probably do the same here in Europe. However, there's a bit of a problem. The owner wants $20,000 for the brand, which is, in my opinion, way too much for what you're paying for. It's only been around for 7 months or so. It has inventory, but chocolate eventually expires. So we need to see when we're going to go ahead and put more chocolate in again. And just overall, it's barely profitable, with some months losing money. But with that all being said, I think it does have the potential to go into $1 million company just in the next few months. And the $20,000 is actually okay as long as we can use this thing called seller financing. Now, if you don't know what seller financing is, it's basically when we pay for the business through the business's net profit. So let's say the business is making 2K a month in profit. We have agreed 50-50 split and an overall payoff amount of $20,000. Now, it's going to take us 20 months at that 2K net to go ahead and pay off the business entirely. And after that, I'll own the business 100%. The great thing about it is that I don't need to put any money down, and I'm able to start earning half of that profit every single month from day one. I spoke briefly with the owner about this whole idea. He does have belief, but he has a different reason why he's going to sell the company. Not that he doesn't believe in it. So it just makes total sense to everybody. He's going to get paid way more, and we could structure in different bonuses as well. If the business goes ahead and performs more, he's going to get paid out certain amounts. I think with the way the brand currently is, I'll probably need to put a little bit down, but hopefully still get it below our $5,000 in agreed budget. So the next thing to go ahead and do is actually to present a few offers to the owner himself. The ones which I have aligned right now is one for $12,000 with $3,000 down at a 60-40 profit share in his favor. The second being with a little bit less down, but an overall amount being higher, $18,000 with $2,000 down at a 60-40 split as well. And I've kind of said the maxed out value would be 25K or so. And then in terms of the inventory to go ahead and buy out, I've also left that so it's not a complete buyout. It's just going to be a partial buyout. We'll pay 10% above the cost of goods. And then from there, it will work in a dropship type approach where we're buying out the inventory on a per order basis. He's getting 10%, being paid out every single week as well. So it's really a win-win. Hopefully we can go ahead and secure it for $2,000 or $3,000 down and see how the call goes. It's now 2:59 in the afternoon. The call's at 6:30, so it's probably going to be an hour or so to go ahead and run through all the details, the pros and cons of the business. We'll see if one of them gets accepted and we can wrap it up today or tomorrow. But as of right now, it's like, let's sell as many units as possible. Let's make sure it's making something, and then we can focus on going down more and potentially reducing something here, there. So me and the owner just finished speaking, just going back and forth with the actual deal structure. And I mean, it went okay. We spoke about the price, the amount of down payment. The good thing is we're still keeping it at just £2,400, so $3,000 in terms of the down payment, that we had to go a little bit up in terms of the asking price to $18,000, but that's all paid off through a profit share. So we're not putting any of that money up front. And the actual deal structure aligns something like this, with $18,000 as the total price, $3,000 being down on a 60-40 profit split. And then there's a few KPIs, which are key performance indicators. Basically, it's just a bonus for when the store is doing well. And we've done one at 5K net per month. He gets a bonus of 1K. At 50K in revenue, that's no profit there at all, just the revenue number. It's actually a 2K bonus for him. And at 100K revenue per month, he's gonna get an extra 5K in terms of bonus. Now, these are all just one-offs. It doesn't mean every single 100K month he's gonna be getting 5K, but just another little bonus for him. It shows really that he believes in the brand further, so that's a great sign for me. Now, all there is to do is draw up our LOI, our SPA, to go back and forth a little bit. That's what I'm gonna put together now. We've already agreed on the terms of the LOI, so we're just gonna go straight to the actual important agreement, which is the SPA. I aim to get this done tonight, but it's 9 p.m. right now. I have a flight tomorrow as well, and it's a Sunday night, so there's no lawyers available, so I'm just gonna try to do this with ChatGPT and then get it all confirmed in the morning, hopefully. Then all we just do is plug and play it into DocuSign, but the deal's not actually confirmed yet. He's still able to take other offers through, which is kind of a weird situation to be in. We've agreed everything verbally, but he could easily get another higher offer, and this could mean that all of this is totally pointless. Bearing in mind, this was one of the first businesses that actually came back to me. It's not too bad, but I just hope this doesn't fall apart because I really believe in the brand itself. So I'm gonna get working now, putting the contracts together, and I'm gonna be using the template in the link in the description as well to go ahead and put this all in place. And hopefully I'll have this all done in the next hour or so, and we can have everything signed sometime tomorrow morning. There's been a few days now. It's now Tuesday, the 21st of May, and the deal is basically all done. We had our final call last night. We went through the last bits of information. The contract has actually already been signed here, and that was signed on the 17th, so 4 days ago. We had to go through a little bit of due diligence. There's a couple errors at the moment with ads still running, but basically the business is all bought and ready to go. We sent our deposit through for the $3,000 last night, and we're just waiting for that to arrive, and then we can go onwards from there. Now, I think this just highlights how easy it is to go ahead and actually buy your first business, because this whole process was done from finding the business to actually closing the deal in just around 14 days. And if this video does well, I'll do a follow-up series in the next few weeks, and maybe in the next few months, to see how it's progressing, and maybe there's even an exit for this brand later down the road. So now it's time to start implementing those changes, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.